I jokingly told one of my friends, like, oh yeah, we should hang out with Scar because we're gonna be in the same city. And my friend was like, that's a great idea. You should do that. So I messaged Scara, and to my surprise, he was like, yeah, come hang out tomorrow. Like, yeah, come hang out tomorrow. The only thing is tomorrow I have a new housemate moving in. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, yeah, our new housemate's going to be Disguised Toast. Do you know him? I was like, no. Who? I'm sorry. I didn't watch Hearthstone. So Scar's like, oh, it's a Hearthstone streamer. I was like, okay, that's cool. 'Cause I I didn't watch Hearthstone at all. I knew nothing about Hearthstone, like at all. So, we hung out, like me and Scar hung out, we had dinner, and then we went to the OTV house, and I think Scar was giving me like a house tour, right? And he was showing me their rooms, and in this house, their rooms were like upstairs or something, and for some reason, I don't remember why, I was kind of lagging behind. And in front of me, the door opens, and out comes this person that I've never seen before. Because they came out of like a restroom, right? I was like, I've never seen this person before. So, using my one whole brain cell by the process of elimination, this must be the dude that Scar was talking about. So, I used my one whole brain cell. And remember, I'm a very socially anxious person, so I was like, it's internally panicking, like getting essentially like ambushed by a person accidentally. So I was like, oh, hey, you must be Disguised Toast. You just moved in, right? Haha, I hope you had a good move. And he's like, yeah. And he starts talking to me, and he's like really nice. And he like starts walking away, and I'm just like, well, I've got no choice but to follow, or else I would be rude. I was like, yeah, I'm a part of Temple Storm, Reynad and Frodan. I'm friends with them. And he says, any friend of Reynad and Frodan is a friend of mine. And I could tell you 100% at that moment, inside, like my brain inside, I was like, yes, I've done it. I did it. I successfully talked to somebody. But now, thinking back, what, like 3 years later? I think it's been like 3 years. Thinking back, damn, this guy probably thought I was dumb as hell. He probably just knew the whole time. Was like, damn, this girl is fucking dumb. But anyway, that's how I met Toast. He was very nice to me. And then eventually I went home. I went home and I got on my computer and I went on Twitter and it was like, Disguised Toast followed you on Twitter. And I was like, wow, because I'm like a small streamer, and even back then I was even smaller than before, so I was like, wow, this guy's really nice, you know? And then the next day, I saw he was streaming, so I went into his stream to say hello. And then in his flood of Twitch chat, his chat was going brr because there were so many people, right? He somehow saw my message, and he's like, "Oh, hi, Renisaurus. It was so nice to meet you." And he called me by my real name. And I was like very pleasantly surprised. I was like, wow, this person remembered my real name after I had like a 2-second interaction with him. That's so nice, Like, wow. And then and then later down the line, he taught me how to play Hearthstone a little bit. And I met a lot of really nice Hearthstone people too. Like Navi and Ant and Pizza. Like really, really nice people. I quit Hearthstone though because I didn't want to spend money on cards.